Today's the day! I am finally sharing the secret behind my viral tablecloth sets, and I promise you it is so much easier than it looks. I'm going to show you exactly how I make the top and the completely patternless skirt. So grab your weirdest, prettiest, biggest, smallest, daintiest tablecloth and let's make some magic. This is what we're going to be making. It is the easiest thing to do, very quick and fun sew. We're going to be using my tablecloth top pattern for it. You can draft your own or you can use mine, doesn't matter. The skirt is completely patternless. The tablecloth tells you what the dimensions are, and the reason I like this method is because you never have to worry if a tablecloth is going to work for the set. It's almost always going to work because the tablecloth tells you what kind of skirt you're going to be able to make. Just trust me, just trust me. This set was made from a very large tablecloth. The larger your tablecloth, the more gathered and long your skirt can be. And this one was made from a small tablecloth. Where to get a vintage tablecloth like this? I think the best places online are eBay. eBay, for sure. There are some on Etsy, but they're usually more pricey. And yeah, eBay online, look up vintage tablecloth and just browse around and have a blast. Use that make an offer button, okay? Locally, the best places to find vintage tablecloths are antique shops and antique shops. So I'm gonna show you what we're doing using a piece of paper, and then I'm gonna show you using an actual tablecloth. So let's pretend this is our vintage tablecloth, okay? We're gonna lay it out, and then we're gonna take our top pattern, and we're going to line it up on a corner, like this. And you just want to make sure the center line that I made on the pattern matches up with the design. You want it all to kind of be centered. And you're just going to center it up and place the two corners of the bottom of your pattern at the very edge, like that, of the tablecloth, okay? So you're going to cut that out. So it's going to look like this, and then you're gonna cut that out. After you cut this piece out, you can just take this piece to the far other side of the rectangle, and you can use this as the pattern. That's how you get the top pieces. Now, how you get the skirt tells you the measurements. I don't give you the measurements for the skirt because the measurements are in the size of your tablecloth. So with the other half of your rectangle, that's going to be your skirt. And depending on how much material you have after cutting your top out is how long or short your skirt can be. If your tablecloth is on the smaller side, you might have to make a mini skirt. If you have a really, really big tablecloth, you're kind of free to make any length of skirt you want, and it will be very, very gathered and beautiful and flowy. Here are the measurements that I use for the length of our skirt pattern. So you can use these as a point of reference. So let's say this looks like it would have been a short skirt. So let's say that I can get away, like let's say right here is 19 inches. We can't make it a midi because there's just not enough material. So we're going to use this whole half piece of our tablecloth to make the skirt. It's just going to be one long rectangle piece. And I'm going to make it 19 inches. So I'm just going to take the length of the skirt that I want. I'm going to measure from here to here and mark it and draw a line. So we're going to cut this out. So we're saying that this is 19 inches for our mini skirt, giving us this in the end. So now I'm going to show you how to do this with a real tablecloth so I can truly walk you through it. This is the vintage tablecloth I will be using today. It is definitely on the small side, so I am definitely going to have to make a mini skirt. This tablecloth is a little bit of a rectangle. This side is longer than this side, so I'm still going to call it a rectangle. So you want to lay your tablecloth out horizontally. Okay, that means the longer side of the tablecloth will be facing you. So we're gonna take our pattern and then we're going to line it up in the corner. Take the bottom pieces right here, these corners, and just line them up like that. And it should line up evenly. Because the print, as you can see, is not even, the line isn't going to be centered through it, but most of the time the line will be right here and it will be centered. But as you can see, this is not centered itself. It's still going to be cute though. Now we have that, so we're going to take this to that side and then do the same thing. This is what your tablecloth should look like. So for our skirt, we're just going to measure 19 inches from this side. We're going to mark it on each side, and then I'm going to draw a straight line and I'm going to cut it out. That's the skirt. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to serge the top edge, or you can just hem it very, very teeny tiny, boop, boop, fold it over twice, very teeny tiny, and sew, or you can serge it. I'm going to serge it. Next, we're going to get our elastic ready. I am using 1 inch and I very much recommend 1 inch. And I also recommend you getting the elastic that does not roll. What that means is it has this texture. I don't know what it's called. I get it at the craft store. I think it's called non-roll elastic, and it's life-changing. So get your elastic ready, cut it 2 inches smaller than your waist measurement. So I am a 30-inch waist, and I cut mine at 28 inches. Then you're going to take the top of your skirt, like this, and you're gonna fold it over all the way across, and your elastic is gonna tell you how much you need to fold over. So I usually do this for reference every single time. I just kind of do it like that, and I typically want about, line it up to the very top, and you want about 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit, and I just kind of do it as I go. I just kind of get this area ready and then do it as I go. So that looks about right. You want to have about 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then you're going to take it to your machine and you're going to sew right here, right where I serged, about 1/4 inch from the bottom. So we're just making a nice little wormhole for our elastic to go through all the way across the top of the skirt. So after we got our little wormhole at the top, we're going to take our little worm and we're going to have him go through the hole. So put your elastic, worm it through all the way to the very end. Pro tip, as you are going through the little wormhole, here's my worm, where's the head of him? Right here. Once the end of your elastic gets to disappear, pin it in right here, because you don't want to lose it. You can lose your worm and it's really frustrating just like taking it out and then doing it all over again. So pin down your worm's tail. So we have our worm. See our little worm's head? He came through, and then we're just going to hold on tight to that, okay? Pin it down or hold on tight to it. And then we're just going to fold it over, make it inside out like this. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. All right, yep, fold it over to the other side. It's gonna be inside out. And you're going to have the worm's tail and the worm's head connect. And then you're gonna take those pins out and hold it for your dear life. Take it to your machine, and you're going to sew at about 1/2 inch. Let's do 1/2 inch seam allowance, or the edge of your presser foot. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. Just sew it together, starting right here. Okay, and you're gonna backstitch like 2 or 3 times. And turn your stitch length up, because this is a thick area. And then once you get to the end of your waistband, you're going to turn your stitch back down to normal. Oop. That's mine. And then you're going to just keep going straight with, I'm doing 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just keep going straight until you get to the bottom of the skirt. It should line up, and just backstitch when you get to the bottom. If it doesn't line up, you just got to make it work, okay? You got to stretch it, you got to scrunch it, do what you can to make these line up. And this is our skirt. The best part, no hemming. We skipped a whole step. I love that part. Okay, and then this is the back of the skirt, and I love the back. The way this lines up is so cute. It's such like a surprising touch when you turn around. So that is how you do the tablecloth skirt. Now for our top, you're going to place your top pieces front facing, which means the printed part is kissing each other. Sew the shoulder pieces together right here. Next, you are going to add your binding to the armholes and the neckline. Any binding method works. Any binding method works. This is the method that I use. It's my favorite, but any binding will work. Next, you're going to turn it inside out, and we're going to sew the sides together. So just line up the sides like this, and then you're going to sew at about 1/4 inch or the edge of your presser foot. After you sew your sides together, you're going to want to top stitch your seam down. So we're just folding our seam. I serged mine. We're folding our seam over, and then we're just going to sew it down from the outside. This is what that looks like, and we have our top, and once again, we did not have to hem, making this a very quick and easy, fun sew. If you want to make the top and the skirt, or just the top, out of regular fabric, very easy to do. You would just place your pattern in the corner of your fabric, just like this, okay? So you would just line up the line to the center, like that. Match our edges to the edge of the fabric, and you would just trace and cut it out like that. Cut 2 of those, and you would need to hem your pieces. The next step would be to hem the pieces and then continue making the top. So when you have your pieces cut out, just do the tiniest little hem, okay? I would just do a tiny little baby hem. 1, 2, roll it over twice, do a tiny little baby hem, like right here and right here, and then continue making the top normally. That's the secret. That's what's in the sauce, and I hope you enjoy it. Show me what you make, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.